Welcome to Leaders of Enchantment podcast, hosted by Cameron Ward and Doug Campbell in New Mexico.
On today's episode of Leaders of Enchantment podcast, we're highlighting the journey of George Alexander, a Native American artist based in Santa Fe whose path into the art world is shaped by resilience, curiosity, and determination. After experiencing a tragic loss early in life, George was raised by his four sisters, a foundation that helped shape the independence and strength he carries with him today. Like many artists, his journey didn't begin in a formal studio. It began with simple doodles in middle school. What started as sketches on paper slowly grew into something much bigger as he realized painting could become more than just a creative outlet. It could become a way of life. Over time, George has continued developing his work as a solo, independent painter, building his career step by step. From showing work in galleries to collaborating with hotels and creative spaces, his art has steadily gained recognition, even making the front page of a magazine. Each opportunity has become another milestone in shaping his path as a professional artist. But this conversation isn't just about where his work has appeared, it's about the journey behind it. Today we'll talk about how George transformed early artistic curiosity into a professional lifestyle, the lessons he's learned navigating the art world independently, and what continues to drive his creativity forward. Please join us as we welcome George Alexander to Leaders of Enchantment podcast.
Awesome. We're here in a new studio with Leaders of Enchantment podcast. We have George Alexander, who is here. And George, tell us your artist name.
So I go by Ofusky. It's named after this county that I grew up in back in Oklahoma.
Okay.
But my mentor started calling me that after a song by a guy named Billy Bragg.
Billy Bragg.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell us where exactly you're from. You're Native American.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm Muskogee Creek. I grew up in two places. When I was a kid, I grew up in a small place called Mason, Oklahoma. I stayed there until I was about 14.
Mm-hmm.
My parents passed away, and then I moved to Tulsa.
Okay, hold on. We're going way too fast for this. But very cool. Okay, you're from Oklahoma, and the tribe or pueblo is called
Muskogee.
Muskogee Creek. Okay, is this a big reservation?
Oh, yeah. I think we're somewhere in the top 10 largest tribes.
Wow, in Oklahoma.
In the U.S.
Oh, wicked. Okay, very cool. So you grew up on the reservation. Do you have a big family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have 5 sisters. I had a brother.
Okay.
And then, my mom and dad passed away when I was a kid.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And so I was raised by my sisters.
Okay. A big group of sisters. Were they always treating you like the baby? Were they protective? I hear that's sometimes a common thing.
Yeah. I don't know if they did take care of me. I don't know if they treated me like a baby, but
Okay.
they did take care of me.
Okay. Do you feel like you had to take maybe the man of the house responsibility?
No, I took more of like a lone wolf sort of deal.
Okay. So what was George like as a kid?
Oh my God. Really into Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z, is it video game?
It's a anime.
Okay.
And then got into graffiti and tattoos.
Okay. Right off being a kid.
Like around 14.
Okay.
I don't really remember a lot of my childhood. It wasn't exactly like the prettiest. Like
Mm-hmm.
both of my parents were sick, so I spent a lot of time taking care of my dad and playing basketball.
Okay.
And then going to church. My dad was a deacon and a preacher.
Okay.
It's,
Is it Catholic?
No, it's a very niche little thing that you probably could only find in Oklahoma. But it's like this, not NAC, not Native American church. But,
Okay.
it's a mix between Christianity and their own sort of traditions.
Oh, I see. I mean, I have grown up a little bit in the Native culture. So we have, there's new things that are always regarding medicine men. Is that what you're similarly talking about?
For example, the church itself is like on this big lot that has the church in the middle and these camp houses around it. And that is like a symbol of how the stomping grounds are made,
Okay.
how they're assembled, where you have the fire in the middle, and then you have these little arbors that represent each family that's there.
Hmm.
So at the church, the camp house kind of represents each family that goes to the church. And for a long time, medicine men and preachers would like meet.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I remember my dad telling me my grandpa would see a medicine man all the time. But that doesn't really happen too much anymore. Slowly we're starting to see this like community start to merge back together,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. And we have like these really cool Creek songs that we sing, these like really like these hymns that are probably the saddest thing you'll ever hear, but they're absolutely beautiful.
So they tell a story.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a great documentary by Sterling Harjo
Uh-huh.
that talks about the songs. It's called This May Be the Last Time. And it's about, I believe it was either his grandfather or his uncle
Uh-huh.
missing. And they sing these songs to try to find him in the woods.
Okay.
Through that story, they tell sort of like the origin story of how these Creek hymns became into being. And it's only like an hour and a half, but it's a really good documentary.
And okay. Wow. So was that brought into your childhood early on?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I grew up singing those songs, and growing up at that church is an integral part of who I am as a person.
Okay. Do you still visit today?
Not as often. I mean, is that back in Oklahoma?
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't really consider myself like a religious person anymore.
Okay.
Definitely, I embrace that community like 100 times over. They're my family, so
Okay. So is most of your sisters still out there in Oklahoma?
yeah. 4 of them live in Oklahoma, and then 1 lives in New York.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very cool. So you played basketball as a kid. Were you good in school? No.
not good in any realm of school, man. Um, I
Did you go to school? Were you a ditcher?
no, I never ditched.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
good.
I did all of the mischievous stuff after, cause like I don't know. I really like the social aspect of school,
Uh-huh.
but as far as like the workload, that could not ever get behind it.
Yeah.
And I would spend most of my time just like drawing.
Okay.
That's literally what I would do.
With pencil, doodling in class, maybe.
Yeah, I would draw on the desk, and I would like leave these little cool drawings on the desk, and then people would be like, "Yo, dude, I saw what you did in like 3rd period. That's so cool."
They knew it was you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we said the same desk.
So I'm curious, was this a small school
So
on the reservation?
Mason was a really small school. I only had maybe like 10 or 13 students in my class.
Uh-huh.
Um, but when I moved to Tulsa, I went from a class of like 10 to 13 to a class of 460.
A class of.
400.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, you don't even see that often here in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a massive.
Wow.
And that's where drawing really helped me.
Was this middle school to high school?
9th grade. 9th grade is whenever.
Okay. So right beginning of high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a big kosher shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of like not a lot of Native Americans or there's
Just being around that many people.
okay.
Because I've been around like the same like group of kids my entire childhood.
Uh-huh.
And then just being completely removed of that and then thrown into like a whole city basically.
Yeah. So was this far from home and your whole family sort of just moved?
Well, at that time, I want to say that all of my sisters lived in Tulsa already.
Okay.
They'd already moved out of the house, I'm like, between me and the oldest, I think there's like a 13-year difference.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is about the time your parents are still with you?
This is exactly the time when they died.
Oh, I see.
That's the reason why I moved to Tulsa was
Uh-huh.
live with my sister Myra, and she's the second oldest,
Uh-huh.
and she was a blackjack dealer at that time. I think she was at Hard Rock Casino, but then moved over to River Spirit. And whenever I would wake up to go to school, she would be coming home from work,
Oh,
and then whenever I would be coming home from school, she'd be going to work.
okay.
She always left like $20 on the to get some dinner, and there's always food in the fridge.
Oh, she's a good sister.
Yeah, she was great. She.
We also have to learn how to be independent too. Get yourself to school, come back.
What's wild is that like I don't know what it means to not be independent,
Uh-huh.
just because of the way that I lived. And so I don't know anything different,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. Like,
You were a lone wolf, like you said.
yeah. By the time I was, 16, I already had a car and was doing my own thing. I had a job.
Uh-huh.
I was working. My first job was at a place called Primo Kia, and it was through this program called Workforce Oklahoma. And I did it for a summer because initially I thought I was going to be a mechanic.
Okay.
Didn't pan out.
Were you thinking like this is a good stable job, I could get money still, or
Well, my dad was a mechanic,
okay.
and I thought that I would kind of follow in his footsteps with that.
Uh-huh.
But
He was a mechanic and a deacon.
deacon and a preacher.
Okay.
Um, and but by the time that like I was born, he was no longer a mechanic. He actually worked for a company called Amoco, which is an oil company that BP bought back in like 96, 97.
Okay.
And he was one of their first IT guys that they ever hired. And he started out as a janitor. And then the day that he was going to go quit, they were like, "Oh, hey, this is the guy that we've been looking for. We're going to send you to school to work on computers. And then you're going to come back and be our IT guy."
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. And then he retired right after BP bought Amoco because he had heart complications and wasn't able to work anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you were in high school, you're like, I'm going to become a mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you walk us through like the beginning of like from drawing to like switching to painting?
Yeah. So
What was the first idea or like the image or what grade was this?
well, I didn't start actually painting until I got to I.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Well, except for like spray painting on the side of buildings, but like
But you graduated high school.
I graduated high school.
Maybe not great degree. I was going to say degrees, but great grades.
Oh hell no, man! Like I
Did you have to fight for yourself, really?
absolutely
Okay.
degrees, but sometimes even D's do too.
But you walked the
I
stage.
watched the stage. I think I graduated with like the bare minimum of a GPA that you could have
Uh-huh.
to graduate. So I didn't really think that like college was going to be a thing for me. I initially tried to get in the Marines
Oh,
after high school,
interesting.
but I had a small little hole in my heart that stopped me from getting in.
And they detected that right away.
Crazy story. Crazy story. So I think I'm a senior in high school.
Okay.
And I go to the recruiter and tell them that I want to go to the Marines. And they're okay. So you have to take what's called your ASVAB and MEPS. ASVAB is sort of like your SAT in a sense.
Okay.
And then MEPS is kind of like your physical to see how healthy you are and it
Okay.
actually be
Right.
military. And so they take me to Oklahoma City to do the test. And we're inside what's called the Federal Building, which replaced the mural building from the Oklahoma City bombing, like back in
Okay.
96, I mean. Um, And we're doing these duck walks like on the, I don't know, 7th or 8th story, something give or take. And this guy comes in, he was like, everybody needs to go to the center of the building. And we're like, okay. We thought maybe this was just part of like
The training or something. Yeah.
And we get there, and the guy turns on the TV, and he's like, the first thing that we hear is a news anchor say that everybody's been evacuated out of the federal building. And I was like,
Wait a while.
I think that's the building that we're in. And I look outside, and there's this big crowd of people, and this guy got upset that I think he got upset that he wasn't going to get his Social Security check anymore.
Okay.
He threatened that there was a bomb inside of the federal building.
Holy cannoli. And you're on top of the roof.
Like, then, oh Jesus. And then it takes like 3 or 4 hours for the bomb squad to do whatever they.
Are you still on top?
We're still in the center of the building. And
Maybe this was all part of the training. That's what I'm guessing.
so what ended up happening is that our little group had to redo everything the next day.
Uh-huh.
So whenever I'm going through the next day is whenever the doctor was like, holy shit, you have like something wrong with your heart. Before we can pass you, you have to go see a doctor, and then the doctor will tell us what's what.
Uh-huh.
And so I go see a cardiologist, and the cardiologist tells me I have what's called a PDA. I have no idea what it stands for, but it's not public display of affection.
No PDA. Okay.
And I guess at that time, the recruiter was like, unfortunately, that's going to stop you from getting in the military.
And continue.
Because liability that they're just not willing to take right now. So I was like, well, shit. Like, what am I going to do now? And, okay, terrible GPA. Couldn't get in the Marines.
Oh, no.
Started working at the casino.
Uh-huh.
I was the youngest kid that they ever hired for security at that time. And
At the casino.
the casino. I was 19, I think.
Uh-huh.
You had to be 21 to go on the floor.
Okay.
And so they wouldn't let me go on the floor. I just had to.
Right. Uh-huh.
So I'm contemplating my life, trying to figure out what it is I want to do. I don't think that working at the casino is bad by any stretch of the word. It's a great career. People make a great livelihood out of them. And so I thought, I was like, this isn't bad. Like, I can stay here forever and just kind of.
And your sisters at the same.
My sisters work at this.
All your sisters. Yeah. Wow. So they're all in like different little apartments. You guys got your like.
Yeah.
The fam is there. Wait, what is that one saying? Then it's like, we all fam. We at the club or something like that. Like there's some.
I have no idea.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that.
At that time, my aunt, she was a dean at the Haskell University in Lawrence, Kansas.
Okay.
And she had told me about the Institute of American Indian Arts.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, you've always been good at art. You should try to apply.
In high school, were you like in art competitions or was it just strictly on the desk?
Well, it was a little bit of both.
Okay.
I only had one true art class.
Uh-huh.
But my English teacher, her name was Miss Forrest, and she was like, she saw me drawing and she knew I wasn't paying attention. And she was like, I'll tell you what, you can go to the art class, my class, if you want. And so that's what I did. Can't write a sentence, but I can draw a hell of a Serpy.
That's funny. So shout out to the teacher. Do you remember her name?
Miss Forrest, yeah.
Miss Flores.
Forrest, like a
Forrest. Okay. Well, shout out to her. So
okay.
Your sister was like IA.
My aunt.
Your aunt?
Yeah.
Oh, your aunt.
The dean of Haskell.
Okay.
And so I applied. Didn't think that I was going to get in.
Uh-huh.
And lo and behold, man, they accepted me. And I was like, holy shit. Like, didn't think I was going to go to college, but here we go.
And it's college. They have like prereqs from like math, science, and then but it's the main focus is it's an art school.
It's an art school. Yeah. And it was incredible.
Was
my life forever.
This was your first time leaving home, essentially.
Yeah, this was the first time leaving home. And so me and my sister Maya came to tour the school to see what it's like. And we're like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, why not?
Bleep. Just kidding.
Sorry.
Okay. So that's your sisters, your other sisters as well. They were just supportive and
Yeah, their names are April, Myra, Summer, Autumn, and Winter.
wow. And you're George.
And I'm George. I had a brother, but he also passed away back in 2013.
Okay.
He was in a car accident. His name was Robert.
Robert.
Yeah.
Robert.
So it was supposed to go like season name, family name, season name, family name, season name, family name. And so April Spring, Maya Ruth, she's named after my aunts. Summer and Autumn are twins.
Okay.
And then my brother Robert, he's named after our grandfathers. And then my sister Winter. And then I was a surprise kid. At least I assume, because like.
And the youngest.
And the youngest, yeah. We lived in a place called Katy, Texas. And my dad was down there to work for something for Amoco. And yeah, I was made down there.
Okay.
And they didn't know what to name me at first. And so in the hospital, they were calling me Frost. And so my name became Frost. But
how did you feel about that? Like when hearing this story?
I love my dad. And I'm named after my dad. But Frost would have been like 10 times cooler of a name.
The Frost.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so let's jump to IAIA. You're about 19, 20?
20 years old. Yeah.
Okay. What role did research play in your work, or like from the prereqs? Were you good in school? And okay, never.
But I got my master's.
What?
Yeah, I got my.
Well, congrats. Recently, back.
Been since 2019.
Wow, you did it.
I did it. Yeah.
You should have been like doing the speech or something. Like I would.
The speech. Yeah.
Dang, I could just see into the past. That's cool.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
So all those kids out there that are just doing terrible in school, there's a glimmer of hope for you. Let me tell you.
Was that your speech?
No.
Okay.
No, my speech was terrible, but
That's so.
you asked how much has research like impacted my career?
Yeah.
Yeah. It what's funny is that like when we think of research, we think about it being inside of a book or reading a topic or like
Right.
I don't know, studying something. But there's far more other ways to research other than just like reading or watching YouTube. Through your life experiences, you gain some sort of knowledge. And the more you ponder on those things is kind of like research. And you look back in your life and you see these monumental things. And you're like, wow, man, that's incredible. I can't believe I did that, or yada, 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 or whatever it is. To me, that's like doing your research, because eventually all of that will come out into your work at some point. I'm really into, like, I wouldn't say I'm like really into it, but I really like philosophy.
Okay.
Movies, those are like my top two things that inspire my.
And if anyone who's listening to this podcast, George, you paint almost a similar theme.
Yeah.
An astronaut.
Yeah.
Can you talk about a time like maybe when first starting and going into building this astronaut?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you completely go from doodling to like changing directions?
Well,
Or what did you start painting?
astronaut.
Yeah, have you always painted that?
No. It was for my senior show at IAI.
Okay.
And initially, like, I didn't really grow up. To me, I didn't really grow up that ceremonial or really connected to a lot of the parts of my tribe that
Mhm.
whenever I looked at other II students, they were like heavily connected to their culture.
Uh-huh.
I began to feel secluded, and that like I didn't feel authentic as an indigenous person because of how connected everybody was, and I didn't want to uh, play this game like I'm the most native dude out there or some shit.
Mhm.
Um, and so I was like, okay, well, if I don't feel that authentic about that part of my life, what do I feel authentic about? And I was going through somewhat of like this existential moment of like trying to find out what my spirituality is, or like, do I actually believe in something?
Mhm.
Which is kind of how I got into the whole philosophical bullshit. And um, there was a song by My Morning Jacket.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't sound like anything else that they do. And it the beginning says, they told me not to take drugs, but I didn't listen. And then, yeah, it goes on. But
Oh.
and in the middle, there's this little monologue, and he goes, we all believe in something,
Uh-huh.
even if there's nothing to believe. And
Okay.
that sparked something in me, because like it's like a paradox. You cannot believe in nothing.
Mhm.
If you believe in nothing, then you still believe in something,
Mm.
in the idea of nothing.
I get it.
And so that just like, I don't know, got my mind twisted. And I never thought about things like that before. And so, okay, I was like, all right, then what do I actually believe in?
Uh-huh.
At that time, I was listening to a lot of Alan Watts, and the movie Interstellar comes out.
Okay.
And I've never seen a movie like this before, like of our era. Like, you got 2001 Space Odyssey.
Mhm.
Kubrick was a genius. And I never really paid attention to directors. I'm 24 at this time.
Okay.
Never paid attention to who the director was. Didn't really care. I was just there to take the
What is this director's name?
Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Shout out to Christopher Nolan. I think,
You changed his life.
yeah, you changed my life, dude.
Okay.
Every movie he's ever made is just mind blowing. Even the Batmans. The Batmans are great.
Okay.
And
But this specific one.
Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey. And what's that kid's name that everybody likes? He's dating the Kardashian right now. Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone likes him apparently.
Yeah. This was his first movie, I think. Her first big role.
Oh, interesting.
And so anyway, I've never seen a movie like this to where like it's about basically saving humanity. And there's like these big famines that are happening on Earth,
Uh-huh.
and they can grow is corn. And so everybody's eating corn, and corn is about to go extinct because there's this blight that's coming out and it's destroying crops. And so NASA uh, decides to go on this mission to,
No spoilers, please.
I'll do best. Essentially, it's about saving the world,
Okay.
saving humanity, and they have to go through some crazy shit in space to do that.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end, it completely shifts into like some crazy sci-fi shit. And that shift was incredible. Like your mind just blows. You're like, what is going on, dude? Like,
Okay.
incredible. And
So this first inspired the image
yeah.
of the native astronaut.
So I was sitting there And I loved the movie. And I thought to myself, why don't I just paint an astronaut and see what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to know what it's about. I don't need to understand the iconography. I just got to do it. And
And this is not no regular, like, up in space. Is this down on Earth?
the first few,
Okay.
I had no idea what happened to these paintings. But if any
Oh, man.
paintings, I'm about to see them again. I get on Google, and the only thing that I wanted was astronauts walking.
Okay.
Um, and so I found a few of these photos of astronauts walking to the space shuttle, and I would use those as my uh, inspiration. Well, eventually I started getting bored of painting the same images over and over,
Mm-hmm.
and I end up like finding an astronaut helmet on eBay,
Okay.
but didn't have enough money for the suit.
Okay.
So I would put the astronaut helmet on my friends and
Uh-huh.
just kind of be wearing their everyday attire.
Okay.
And there was such a like cool juxtaposition with that I wanted to roll with it. Like it wasn't something that you would see all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used this figure as like a metaphor for God. And God was looking for humanity, or more personally, looking for me because didn't know what God was.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so I titled the show Searching for Hisagamishi, which is how you say God in Greek, or Ibofunga. Um, and so one day when I was in my critique, uh, my professor was like, well, you you got it. It's great. But like, did you ever consider the astronaut just being you and you looking for God?
Interesting.
You are. Okay, that's fair.
Uh-huh.
Um, that's whenever uh, I started to see this astronaut. I don't really like to see myself. I want to see how I can make a more broader perspective.
Okay.
And uh, I began to see this like idea of bringing the perspective of an astronaut down here on Earth. Because when an astronaut looks at the Earth, they don't see borders, they don't see race, they don't see religion, they won't see politics. They don't see anything that separates you from another person,
Just like God.
just like God. And if we had that perspective down here on Earth, then I feel like the world would
Mm.
be like a way better place.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I think that the social constructs that we use for society today are obsolete. Like I don't think they serve uh, a grand purpose, and maybe they used to.
Mm-hmm.
With the way that our culture has evolved, we need to redefine how we shape our societies.
Okay. So that was that's so eye-opening in a way. How do you want your buyers or your viewers to also see it? Have you explained this as well?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Okay.
My hope is that when they look at the painting, um, first I want them to see what they see initially.
Mm-hmm.
This is my subjective view on my own work, but just like any art, everybody's going to bring their own subjective stance to the piece.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they see should be the most prominent.
Okay.
However, I do hope that when they look at the painting, that they are reminded that when they go out into the world, that everybody brings their own stuff to the table.
Mm-hmm.
They respect that and see each other as human beings.
Okay. Well, it's good. It's a good story. Has your teachers, since they, from since your like senior project,
Oh,
have they always been super supportive? And
oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah, oof, man, the support that I have right now is insane. Like, I have really great mentors, good supporters, just a strong community. And I'm very blessed to have that.
Okay. So immediately when graduating, did you get into exhibitions? How did you market yourself as an artist?
Oh my God.
And then now you're a full-time, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a full-time artist. So how do you continue to um, push yourself motivationally, internally, and then make sure that people not get it, but see you as a full-time artist?
Well, we know that I'm not great at school. And what I'm really good at is socializing,
Uh-huh.
and I'm really great at partying.
No, kids don't listen to this. Don't just
Which, like, ironically, got me into a lot of really good places.
Mhm.
I know what my strengths are, and I use those to sort of network,
Mhm.
just see how I can, like, find a way into getting somebody to talk about my work.
Okay.
Because the moment you start talking about it, then that's the hard part. Everything else is just like you repeat it 1,000 times.
Right.
And um
Then you become more confident.
yeah, absolutely.
You learn how to do your elevator pitch.
Absolutely.
What's your elevator pitch back then versus today?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I had an elevator pitch back then. Like, usually it was like a slow burn.
Okay.
I mean, like
Organically.
you just kind of let that happen.
Yeah.
If I was stuck in the elevator with one of the biggest Jerry Salts, if I was in the elevator with Jerry Salts, then I would.
Hey, listen, man. Look, just kidding. Please.
I paint astronauts, and I'm a Native American artist. You want to see my work? And then if he says no, I'm like, too bad, dude. No one.
Well, I already brought it up.
Yeah. Uh, Elevator pitches are hard, and
Mhm.
they're the worst. I don't like them.
Okay, so you were able to essentially just meet people socially, go to these events. Um, has When did social media start being played into building your audience?
That's also a great question. So he's practically my brother.
Mhm.
Uh, he's my closest friend. Um, his name is Wes Cunningham, and
Okay.
he started taking on the whole social media marketing sort of turn in his life, and he was the one that helped me sort of understand the
Marketing.
marketing part.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say that I'm the best at it, but I do enough to where I stay relevant,
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, he definitely helped me out with a lot of that.
Okay, so finding the importance in branding, what's an advice you would give to someone who's like a painter, physical canvas versus like going straight into like digital? How do you find your brand?
How do you find your brands?
Or
I guess a great way to find your brand is to fully understand who you are as a person.
Mhm.
It starts there. Because if you don't do that part first, then how do you know what you want to brand?
Right.
And then I think it will tell you what that brand is wanting to be. And just be as honest as you can. I go by Fusky, not because of well, cultural heritage, but
Mhm.
because that name was brought to me organically through my mentor,
Mhm.
it being the county that I grew up in. And so for me, that just made sense. Like, I want to be this authentic thing. So, yeah, if you're lucky, you'll get a Porsche,
A Porsche.
a Porsche, if that's the car you want.
Uh-huh.
But often, you end up getting the
Nissan.
The Mustang of Nissan or some shit. And that's what the universe gives you. The universe will always give you what you need, but it's up to you to get what you want. And so the universe provided that, man, and that's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
Although I've been thinking about switching back to just George.
Okay. So you like,
1008.
I feel like you can really do what you want and you could always go back and forth depending on
Yeah.
even the scenario.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine about switching back to George, and they're like, yeah, do it. Because then like people will be like, oh man, I remember the old Fusky era. Such a crazy time.
Okay. So what era are you in right now outside the name? Diving into like your artwork as well.
They use these words like emerging artist.
Uh-huh.
I had established. I would say that like you're always emerging. Like you're just gonna be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You're established and you got some more work to do because like there's always
There's always more to learn.
can learn. Excuse me, dude. I cuss like a sailor. I'm so sorry. Yeah, like I don't think I ever want to be established. I just want to keep moving forward.
Okay.
But this year is a big one because I don't really work with galleries that often.
Uh-huh.
But I feel this shift in my work to where now is the time to maybe consider working with a gallery.
Okay.
That's the big one right now. And so I don't think that makes me any less established or more established.
Mm-hmm.
It's just part of this journey that I'm on that like I'm gonna go do.
Okay.
I don't know what tomorrow is, but
We're here.
I might go back to being self-represented.
Mm-hmm.
I think that every artist should try that first, in my opinion. Because you learn your pitches, you learn what your work is about, because you're the one that's gonna have to be marketing it. There's not a sales manager. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky and like you continue that path and work really hard, there are plenty of artists that self-represent that have made it to the very, very top.
So that's my next question. Do you think artists today need to think like entrepreneurs?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It was so fun. I had some friends of mine visit me where I lived in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and um, they brought their son along, and was like, "So, what are you going to school for?"
Uh-huh.
Entrepreneurship. And I was like, what?
What's that? I mean, it's so broad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he says, "Well, it's actually what you do already." And I was like, "What does entrepreneur mean, dude?" And so he's like, "Well, it's just somebody who like works for themselves, essentially."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Holy shit, I'm an entrepreneur."
Wait, light bulb. Was he an artist as well?
Oh no.
Okay.
I guess he's just learning how to start businesses, basically.
Okay. I see. So what's something you wish more artists understood about the business side of art?
Ooh, don't be afraid.
Uh-huh.
Um, don't worry about your taxes. You have
Taxes?
taxes.
Taxes are coming up.
Yeah. Don't be scared of them. Don't
Okay.
like, yeah, it seems like it's a big, crazy mess, but you, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And uh, if you want to get a studio, get a studio.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm definitely not somebody to give anybody financial advice, but I'd always go in the direction of uh, you can always make more money, and
Money always comes.
money always comes. Uh, and if you want it, buy it, and then sell a painting
Okay.
to make it happen again.
I'm glad you brought that up because this kind of leads me to my next question. Was there a moment where you had to learn to advocate for the value of your artwork?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Um, plenty of examples.
Mhm.
I've had like during India market, I had like these people from New York. They were like, I like the painting. It's great, but it's not oil, it's acrylic. And I just
Mm.
don't see how acrylic could be worth this amount of money.
Oh.
And I just kind of like smirked at them. And I was like, but you already said you like the painting, right? And they're like, yeah. I was like, well, tell me what it is that you like about it.
Mhm.
They're like, well, we like the figure, we like the technique that you use. It's like up to par. It looks great. And I was like, now tell me why you think that oil could do any better.
Wow, good question.
And they were like, well, it has like this richer color and like all of like it does this, it does that. And I was just like, all right, well, I'll tell you what. You go look around, you find this exact painting and oil, and then come back to me and let me know.
Mhm.
And so they come back and they're like, no, we didn't find anything like this. It was like, that's because you're not buying the
The paint.
the paint. You're buying the the thought. You're buying my techniques. You're buying something so unique that doesn't exist anywhere else. Like
Mhm.
copy.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yes. Um, and let's see. You'll always have people that will beat you up on your price.
Uh-huh.
You always have people that will tell you it's great exposure. I think that this is,
Great exposure?
yeah,
What are they trying to say?
like, you go do an event, like say you do a live print
Oh, uh-huh.
and they don't want to pay you because there's going to be great exposure.
I get it, get it, get it,
Yeah.
get it.
There's going to be people in the room that are going to love you and
Mhm.
they're going to buy the work, man. They're going to like, support you, whatever. And um you get into that room,
And
nothing happens.
yeah, it's almost you have to, like, truly fight for yourself in that moment.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't say fight, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
finds a way. Yeah.
Okay.
Work. Always say yes, no matter what.
Mhm.
Work until you can say no.
Mm. Great advice.
Yeah, because like you, in a sense, they're right. Like there's always an opportunity in the room, but like that doesn't pay for your gas that you already spent to get there.
Mhm.
That doesn't like pay for the time that you're there. That you're fishing for an opportunity.
Right.
That opportunity may never come.
Just be careful of burnout.
Yeah.
Have you had burnout?
Yeah. Yeah. 1,000 times.
So you've taken some break off of painting and
I'm just now starting to get back into it.
okay.
Yeah.
What do you do on the time where you're like, "I'm not painting"? Do you dabble into any other artwork?
No, I watch Family Guy.
You watch Family Guy. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. You go on trips? At least to get away. Okay.
Oh, and trips, but ultimately, what I do, I really like my routine. I wake up, go to the gym,
Mhm.
first coffee, then gym, and then typically I go to the studio. But if
Okay.
I don't feel like going to the studio, then I will watch TV.
So I gotta ask, have you always been a full-time artist?
No.
Okay. What helped you sustain yourself financially?
Oh my god, I don't know if that's.
PG, please. Just kidding.
I wouldn't say that I'm like sustained financially right now.
Mhm.
Say that I'm just a hard, hard pusher, hard hustler, working towards sustainability.
Mhm.
Um, but you could do it one or two ways. You can go work somewhere you don't want to,
Uh-huh.
or you can do the thing that you want and try to make it work. And that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I I don't want to have no other job. I don't care if I starve, can't friggin' pay my rent. can. I'm too stubborn. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
And it's going to work. May not work right now. Does not work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Next day.
Have you?
Life.
You have only. Okay.
Yeah, you only have one life, so you might as well do the thing you want.
Mm-hmm. Have you? Tell us about a time you've done a residency, right? Okay. Or even to like gotten the opportunity to present yourself in a hotel, right? You you have a couple art pieces in which
I
places?
also have paintings in the La Fonda Hotel and
Mm-hmm.
Loretta Hotel.
Okay.
And then I've shown the Fine Hotel, man.
Wow.
But that was for a part of it.
Okay. And your first residency.
First residency.
Can you describe what a residency is to anyone who does not know?
That's a great question. Ouch.
Okay. So from what my understanding is that it's um big spon.
It's like the a residency and a fellowship are
There.
they're very similar but different.
Mm-hmm.
And just now I was like, oh wait, residency might be the wrong word for
Okay.
these that I've done. Because a residency is like a fellowship.
Uh-huh.
You have a residence at the place.
Uh-huh.
Or you go to the place and you work at the place. Whereas a fellowship is usually like a grant and you create some sort of project based on the parameters of a fellowship.
Okay.
And I've done a residency at the Bishop's Lodge, but I didn't stay at the Bishop's Lodge. I would have to go there and then paint.
Ah, I see. I see.
So that was the residency, was using their space.
Is that with Bobby?
No, this was before Bobby took over. I was there.
Bobby Bills. Shout out to Bobby though.
Bobby Bills.
Okay.
I don't know if he likes that name or not, but I call him that. And
Okay, I didn't know that.
he's a good guy. He me and him been friends for a long time. He actually bought one of my first astronauts.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
At
Two of them.
at IA?
Yeah. It was well, there used to be the Indigenous Minot Market, and
Oh, okay.
that was back in like 2015,
Uh-huh.
and that's where Bond was there.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's a good little background on the residency fellowship.
Yeah.
I like to play a little game to end our podcast. So I'm going to present two scenarios and you pick one and explain why.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather create one masterpiece that only a handful of people would ever see, or create a body of work that millions see but critics don't understand?
One masterpiece.
That a handful of people would see and understand, or create a body of work that millions but critics don't understand.
That's. I think I'm having trouble with that because okay, critic is in like an art critic or like because everybody's
Everyone's a critic, yeah, that's true, and some people might not always get your art.
yeah. I would have to go with the body of work because
Mm-hmm.
first, what you deem to be a masterpiece, what I deem to be a masterpiece is always going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
That's a masterpiece. So that's also subjective.
Mm-hmm.
So you create a body of work where some people will see those pieces as masterpieces,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like you seeing one as a masterpiece as only a handful of people get to see that. And the whole point of my work is to help people understand that we are merely human beings. So I think the body of work is a better option for that.
Okay, there we go. And always market yourself.
Always marketing
Go to those social events, right?
parties, man.
Go to a
I see
party.
bad decisions, dude. Don't be scared. Just like go figure it out. Like my buddy Wes, he has this he told me this saying a long time ago, like jump out of the plane and build your parachute on the way down.
Interesting.
I'm told.
I mean, I've heard different ways people have said
Yeah.
this similar meeting
Yeah.
is like, figure out what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
and then figure out how the heck you're gonna make it work.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that like I've got it all figured out.
Mhm.
I definitely have been off way more than I could ever chew, but somehow it makes it happen.
Wait, that's the saying.
Yeah.
It's figure out what you're gonna do and figure out how you're gonna chew or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, for the girls. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next question. Would you rather work completely alone for the rest of your career or collaborate with other artists on every project?
Work alone. Too
Mhm.
egotistical. Like I'm humble enough to know that I am not that humble.
Okay. Does sometimes collaboration strengthen or dilute your vision as an
No,
artist?
no. I think that collaboration, uh, there's always room for it.
Uh-huh.
And just because I might be the painter, but I might collaborate with somebody else to do the social media marketing,
Got you.
collaborate with somebody else to help promote the piece. Or I actually might collaborate with another artist if that vision is like parallel.
Okay.
I-
Like in an art piece, physical?
I've collaborated with artists before and it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. And sometimes you just gotta let the piece be, though.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Gotta learn.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, George, can you tell the audience what's going on and what something is exciting that is going to be happening for 2026?
In August, I will also do a group show with Joel Peters for the Santa Fe Indian Art Market.
Uh-huh.
And it's on the fence if I would do the actual Indian Art Market due to just time constraint.
Okay.
I love the Indian Market. I couldn't say enough about it. That and I wouldn't be nowhere without those two.
Okay. Awesome.
Then in September, I will be at the Far West show. I think they decided in Tennessee. So yeah,
Okay.
I think that's it.
That's you're broad around the United States. Have you been international yet?
Well, I lived in Italy for about 2 years,
Oh, wow.
and I got my master's over there.
How did we skip this?
Yeah.
Well, you're just going to have to meet George.
Yeah.
Tell us to get more. So to close it off, what is one advice we give to young George
One advice
who's
to young George:
who's doodling on the desk right now?
mhm, don't try to be something that you're not.
Uh-huh.
I try to be this freaking thug dude that should not pan out or something. And I think if I was a little bit more authentic to how I felt at that time,
Mhm.
um, maybe I'd be a little further right now. But it took a couple of hiccups.
Okay.
Be comfortable with who I am.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.